Come on. Sure. Oh, whatever. I will go ahead and just manually do it. Oh, come on.
Oh, is the camera not on?
No. No, it's on. Hang on. Hey, guys. We are back.
Yay.
I will not say who messed this whole thing up. But I think Zach already did.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
there's no cat to let out the bag. It's running around the room right now.
oh my goodness. Yeah, I forgot to plug in the camera. And then when I was fishing around trying to find the charger for the camera, I unplugged the computer.
Can't run a show without the computer.
So we had to restart everything.
Yes. So you got to throw the Insidious graphic back up now.
Yep, I will throw the Insidious graphic back up and we will start fresh.
Yes.
Hey. Oh, I gotta close out of this again because apparently it thinks I'm still on the Insidious graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. Alright, so Insidious, The Last Key. Anyways, so the way the Insidious The Last Key set... it's so hard to get back into this again.
Yes, it is. Especially when Zach's leaving comments like that in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, so
we need to leave all of this in if we can.
I wish we could leave the comment section in here.
Yes.
Anyways, the way this, the way that this movie is set up, it's like I said, is the main focus of this movie is the Elise character, who is the sidekick that's in all the other Insidious movies. It starts off with a really cool prologue from her childhood, where we get to see how her family dynamic was growing up, which was extremely hard to watch. It was some very some tough things, some tough visuals there.
Mm-hmm.
And but from there is where the movies are. After that is where the movie actually started kind of falling apart. Not so much from, like I said, from Lin Shaye's performance. Now there's she does very well performing in this movie, but there's very how would I put this? The story for this movie is pretty neat, but the writing in this movie is pretty bad.
The plot is cool, but the way they say it is not.
Yes.
So the way they portray it is not well put together.
So the parts of the lines that work in the movie, Lin Shaye does a great job on. The parts that are really bad lines, doesn't seem like she puts any effort into it. Like she's like, if you're gonna put this in here, I'm not going to try to perform it to make this work. So there's some parts in there where you might think Lin Shaye is a pretty bad actress, but there's also parts where she changes your mind. So it's really weird because the lines are so cringy that she has to say. I hate using the word cringy, but that's the best way to describe how bad some of this writing is. And then they try so hard with these two sidekicks, Specs and Tucker, who are played by Lee Winnell and Angus Sampson. I absolutely cannot stand those two, and the comedy that they try to put into this movie is very bad. It's not funny, and I wish that they either changed the way that those characters work or just took them out of the movie completely, because they really ruined their parts of the movie for me. So the main the key keeper, I guess, is what they call this creature, bad guy in this movie. Visually was pretty creepy. He didn't work so well as far as the building up the tension and the terror that you would expect for the movie. So for some reason, the way I described this movie when Zach asked me how it was, I told him, I said, it's a really stupid movie, but I liked it.
You run into it. Sometimes you just run into that movie that goes, man, that was dumb.
Yeah. So there was
but
parts
why
of it
did
that
I
liked.
like it?
Yeah, yeah. So there was parts in it that I liked. I just don't know why. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was scared for a few parts. Some parts didn't work for me, and the whole final act of this movie is absolutely stupid. The way that it was that they ultimately defeat this creature is dumb. Mm-hmm. It's totally dumb, and there's no way you can see it coming, and that's not a compliment.
Mm-hmm. It's not like, well, I did not see that coming. It was like, really? That's what you did?
Yeah. So that's what it was.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I can actually recommend you go see this movie. If you liked the other Insidious movies, then you might want to go see it.
Would you recommend that only fans of the other Insidious movies see it? Just to
maybe
maybe
so. Because like I said, I was never a fan of Insidious to begin with. But if you absolutely love the Insidious movies for some strange reason, I don't know how you would feel about this movie. I don't want to say it's going to ruin it for you, because it really does stand on its own for the most part. But
I think it's weird that they got away from calling it a chapter.
Yeah, they stopped calling it chapters, and they stopped putting numbers in these sequels now. They just start adding the subtitles, because I think what it is, it scares people away from going to see them, because they said, oh, I didn't go see the other ones. What am I going to go see this one for? So they stopped putting the numbers and stopped putting the chapters in there, and just start putting these little subtitles, or whatever you want to call it, there's
a subtitle.
A subtitle in there. So that way people will go see it. But
I think also it may have something to do with the fact that this one's produced by Universal, while the first three were Sony.
This was Sony too.
I thought this was Universal.
I think Sony distributed it, and maybe Universal produced it, but I believe Sony... Let me look down here. I believe I remember seeing Sony... Blumhouse produced it. Here's all the information on that. Blumhouse. Stage 6 is Sony. Oh, yeah, and distributor Sony.
Okay.
So Universal Theatrical, Sony. Oh, Sony handled foreign distribution. Okay.
And Universal handled American distribution.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sony worldwide, and then Universal, local. Okay. This makes sense then. Anyways, so as far as what I'm going to rate this movie, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 just because of how much I enjoyed the prologue in this movie and some of the story itself. Because it was a neat story, but like I said, there's some parts in it that are just really stupid. And the comedy, which is used sparingly, I can give it that at least, but just the little bit amount of comedy in it is terrible. It
didn't lighten the mood because it was bad.
Yeah, because it takes you out of the moment quite a bit, which is really unfortunate because some of the moments are really neat, and they just did not need any of that comedy, really. It just doesn't... I don't know... It's written by people that don't know comedy, I guess. So, it's like, okay, you write good horror, don't try to write comedy.
They were trying to add some tension breakers, but didn't know what to do.
Yep, that's exactly it. So, what did I say? Did I already give my rating? 6 out of 10?
6 out of 10.
Okay, so 6 out of 10. Alright, so 6 out of 10, Insidious The Last Key. If you like Insidious movies, maybe go see it. I don't care. I really don't care if you see it or not. I'm not going to see it again, I'll tell you that. So, if you saw Insidious The Last Key, let me know what you think about it, or let us know what you think about it. Let me know if you agree with me or not. Anyways, leave that stuff down in the comments. So, let me go ahead and change to our main. Good, I turned off the music. So now this is the end of the show. What we are going... I'll go ahead and tell you who I am, because I don't know how I'm just going to edit that Insidious thing. That's it. I'm just going to edit that. We obviously aren't going to have a closer for this thing. So if you are still watching us, I will go ahead and let you know that we are about to go switch over to the Twitch channel.
Yes.
Geek Champs Twitch channel. Go to twitch.tv/Geek Champs.
Yes.
and we're going to be playing the
Jackbox.
Sorry,
Party Pack.
Jackbox. I'm so thrown off by what I did earlier.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
So we will be there, and give us about 10 minutes. We'll be there. Zach's going to come over here and join us also.
Mm-hmm.
So go to twitch.tv/geekchamps /geekchamps. My name is Walker Cheatham.
And right here, I'm EJ Flemming.
Yep, and he's the head of Geek Champs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go ahead and switch over, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I see it. It's still streaming.